Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm continuing the Star Wars series with episode 8 of the series about the Clone Wars. Today I will be speaking about a topic that is very important in Star Wars history, and it's one of the most important topics when it comes to the Clone Wars era, the end of the Republic and the rise of the Empire, and that is the corruption of the Jedi Order. Now this is a very big and broad topic, and it would require a lengthy amount of time, focus to truly grasp everything. Today, I will give you a very general and a very brief overview of the corruption of the Jedi during the Clone Wars. And to do that, I will have to get into spoiler territory. Let's get started. We have known in Star Wars that the Jedi are thought to be peaceful beings who bring order, peace, hospitality to the galaxy. However, when you watch the prequel trilogy, when you watch the Clone Wars TV series, when you read books and comics in that time frame, inevitably, you will sit, you will think, you will ponder on this one question time and time again, and that is, are the Jedi truly the good guys in Star Wars? As I have mentioned earlier, this is a very difficult question to answer, and you will find many different views. You're gonna find people who will tell you the Jedi did whatever is necessary to end the war, and you're gonna find people who will be like, the Jedi tactics and the way they approached the situation was just too much. Today, I am here to speak up on this matter. And to do so, I will be speaking about the season finale of season 5 of the Clone Wars. In season 5 finale of the Clone Wars, one character decides to lose faith in the Jedi Order. She finds that the tactics and the way the Jedi are approaching the Clone Wars are too much. So she loses faith, falls into darkness, bombs, and decides to put the frame on Ahsoka Tano. She blames Ahsoka Tano. The Jedi, sadly, decide to believe that lie and decide to call Ahsoka a liar and a traitor and a murderer. The same Jedi who took Ahsoka from childhood into young adulthood decide to call her these things. How could such a thing happen? Well, the answer is very simple. When the Clone Wars began, millions of lives, millions of clones, millions of soldiers had to come together to fight. Innocent people throughout the galaxies were physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically affected. The Jedi realized their methodology, their way of solving problems, cannot and will not solve this problem. So what did they do? They turned away from being guardians of peace into soldiers. This is a perfect example of how, when you are hunting the enemy, you become the enemy. Ahsoka Tano was running away. No one believed her. Anakin is the only one who believed her. She was running away, and when the Jedi caught up to her and put her in court, they called her a liar, a traitor, a murderer. That is a very painful thing for a person like Ahsoka to experience. Ahsoka was framed, and the Jedi believed it. The Jedi didn't even care to think to themselves, would Ahsoka do such a thing? They immediately jumped to the conclusion that Ahsoka is evil, Ahsoka is a traitor. She killed innocent people, she must be killed, which further proves the corruption of the Jedi Order. Anakin is the only person who stood against the Jedi Order and went around trying to prove Ahsoka's innocence, and he eventually did. He did. Because he has a kind heart. So he did. But sadly, after he proved her innocence, after Barriss Offee admitted that she lost faith in the Order, sadly, Ahsoka was beyond repair. The council was like, we're sorry, we didn't believe you, we thought you were a murderer, blah, 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 come and join us, we're sorry. And Ahsoka faces a lot of hesitancy. When I saw this scene, initially I did not understand Ahsoka's decision. Initially I did not understand why she was like, thank you, Master, but I'm not coming back. But then after thinking about it, I realized why she did what she did. I realized the Jedi didn't believe her, the Jedi weren't honest, the Jedi weren't truthful. So I understand why she did what she did. And this further proves that the Jedi are very corrupted, that they would assume one of their own is a murderer. That's how corrupted the Jedi have become. So she left the Order. She left the Order. Because the Order didn't believe in her. And no amount of saying, I'm sorry, forgive us, it was never gonna change that. They didn't believe her. So the Clone Wars really shaped the Jedi into soldiers, and it made them lose their ways. And in many ways, we can, theoretically speaking, no longer consider the Clone Wars Jedi as good as we think they are. But hopefully, in future videos of the series, as we delve into Revenge of the Sith, the end of the Republic, the rise of the Empire, then we'll speak about the destruction of the Jedi and how the Empire rose to power. If you want to learn more about the corruption of the Jedi Order, I would advise you to read Star Wars Dark Disciple. I read Dark Disciple. It's like one of the most amazing Star Wars books ever. I experienced it, I enjoyed it, it was amazing, and it also showed the corruption of the Jedi. I would advise you to read Star Wars Dark Disciple if you want to know even more about the corruption. And that's pretty much it. So hopefully await my future videos where I will be speaking about the rise of the Empire, the destruction of the Republic, as it's very interesting. Thank you for watching. See you later. Peace.